Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about base sizes.
Scruffy Crow.
Okay, in front of me here are my Bestigor, and I've just quickly sprayed them, and we're going to start painting them, and then we can use them in some games. But obviously, big hype at the moment is obviously the old world, and that's probably where the next game I'll be getting with these guys is going to be. Now, these guys are based on 25s, which was a purposeful decision, so I can use them in 6th and anything else. So yeah, they're the bases that sort of they originally came with, so they're on 25s. Obviously, in old world, Bestigor, one of the only units in this army which are going to be on 30s. So I feel like I've got a couple of options to remedy that. Either I individually do base adapters on them all, and then put them in a bigger tray, which I guess might maybe work. But then if I want to use them in 6th, it's a faff. Or we get some sort of adapter tray, and that is where today's post comes in. So these are from BLOTZ. So we've got ones for my Centaur. We've got a smaller tray for the 25s to 30s, and this should be the larger 25s to 30 trays. So that's interesting. They come unglued. As I said, that is blotz.co.uk. First thought is this is a nice, sturdy, sort of dense 2mm MDF, but it might be a little bit of a hassle to glue this on nicely. Okay, so the 15 one is separate as well. So let's just do a quick check. I'll leave the Bestigor where they are for now. But I've got some other Beastmen here on a variety of bases. So this is a Games Workshop sort of slotted diagonal, and that fits in lovely. This is my Scruffy Crow original slot. Plenty of room. What else we got? Got some third-party rando base there. Another third-party side slot. So yeah, looks like the tolerances in there are spot on. Also, look how crazy apart Ungors would be if they were on 30s. So I think we'll do some experiments now, and I think we'll take advantage initially that these are separate parts. And I'm just going to start off by gluing the sand to this level. So sometimes when I've got these trays with indents, I have a trouble that the sand falls in and gets in there, and then the models never quite, they never want to fit quite right. Whereas if we do all the sand on the top here first, we can make sure that there's absolutely nothing in the way, in theory, and then the second phase would be to glue it down. And I think we will. I think we'll put sand on these bits, and then we will paint it the same colour as the bases. It should look alright. And actually, if you think about it, this is more accurate than a sort of regular movement tray. With these regular movement trays, you're always going to have this lip around the outside, and whenever I built these Games Workshop ones, I've always fallen for cutting the card inside to the right size, which means that you've always got another sort of 5mm either way that is too big. Whereas these, in theory, should be the exact accurate size, which is quite cool. I was trying to use my normal sort of cocktail sticks for this, but actually I think a brush is working best. So yeah, old scrappy brush anyway. Okay, and we've got the same sand that we used for the bases. Normally I'd let this sort of soak in and let all the sand drop through and sort of build up the sort of texture a bit more, but I'm gonna knock off all the excess now and sort of take it out, and hopefully that'll mean that we won't have too much excess sand messing with these edges. Okay, once this had dried, I went round and we've got a few corners and bits of over sandiness, and I've just got my needle file here and I'm just chipping those away. This is the sort of thing I was worried about. Seems to be mostly in the corners. But yeah, I think this is done. There is a few bald spots, but that's fine. We can potentially cover that with whatever basic materials I'm going to use. And these seem nicely glued on, and I don't think there's anything left on these edges that will impede a model going in. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to spray this side brown and this side black. And I'll be using these Colour Forge sprays. So the Hyrax brown and the matte black. Okay, that's the two parts painted. And I think that looks really smart. I really like that. I've not quite done the deepest black there, but actually, I kind of like that. I could go back and give it another coat, but I'm happy. We haven't painted this side, and that's still quite porous, so I don't think we'll have any problem with a bit of glue. And I'm going to be quite thorough with these, because I really, ideally, want to do this once and then use it for the rest of my life. Okay, that should do the job. Got a bit of plywood here. I think this might be the answer. This should allow us to apply a ton of pressure pretty evenly across it, and we'll take a look at that in the morning. Okay, so it's been about 12 hours. And let's see how these guys fit with the sand and everything. Ooh, definitely quite a bit snugger. Oh, but it seems like once you've put them in and out, that has already freed up that space. Okay, these look pretty good actually. I need to put some weights in the standard bearer at some point. But as you can see, he's free enough that he can fall over. So we don't have any problem getting them in and out, particularly after the initial struggle. I will say these Bestigor do look like they've just got that little bit more room to breathe now. They always looked quite crowded on 25s anyway. So that's actually quite a good looking unit. It is a considerable amount of extra faff to get all the sand on there, but I think it's definitely going to be worth it in the long run when we get everything based up. And yeah, I'm really happy where that looks. So if you want to see how that one or any of these other ones turn out, keep following my Beastman blog. And if you want a quick, cheap and easy alternative to rebasing these models for the old world, then yeah, I would recommend checking out BLOTZ.co.uk. They seem to have a whole bunch of other MDF stuff, but this is the first thing I've ever got from them, and yeah, I think that is exactly what I needed. And that's all for this video. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments, maybe subscribe for more, and as ever, thanks for watching. Bye.